learners. Today we shall be talking on saving, protecting our worksheet to give it password, how to publish our work to PDF format, and how to print out whatsoever thing you have typed. The beautiful thing of all this we are doing is at the end of the day, you should be able to have your own hard copy, at least to see what you have just input on the system. First thing first, how do we save? I've told us how to save from the beginning. Just go to file and save. That is the normal save. But if I want to give it a password, what is the meaning of password? That means you want to encrypt it, you want to protect it so that any other person cannot have access, either to change your formula, but they can also view it. The only thing they will not be able to do is to add one or two things to it, and we are going to see it. Now, how will you do it? I'm using MS Excel 2010. Those of you using 2007 downward, you are going to have what we call Office button on your page here, but here it is written as file, but in your own it can be Office button that has this logo like a Microsoft Office, you know, that is your Office button. But here, either your Office button or your file bar, just click on it. Immediately you click on it, we have what we call Save As option. Save As option. Do you see it? Save As option. Save As, then you save. It asks you the file name and where do you want to save. But we don't want to save it directly here because we want to give it a password. So you have to come to your tools. You see where I come to my tools, and I select general options. General options, that is it. Immediately you click on general options, it gives me another small dialog box. What do you want to do? Password to open, password to modify, and your password is case sensitive. If you type a small letter, you use small letter to open. If you type a capital letter, you use capital letter to open. And when you are writing your password, don't forget your password, because if you forget your password, you may not have access to your file again. You may not have access to it. Now, read only recommended. If I click on this one, it will recommend that at least I can still open it and read it, but I may not have access to edit it. So the same password you have been using is the one you should input, making the fourth time. That is to tell you, you must not forget. And when I save, you click on save. Yes, I want to replace it because it has been saved before. Good, that is it. As it is now, you could see it. So, do you see? Do you see? So, this is our password. We have just passworded it. Very simple. Let's try to open it again. What did I do? Control O. I use what? Excel. Functions. Good. That's very good. This is what I do. Then you open. What happened? It's requested for your password. I type my password in small letter. Now I want to type it in capital letter. Let's see what happened. The password you supplied is incorrect because I did not use cap lock. I have to go back there and find my work and do what? And try to open it. Now, and now open. Good. Do you see? It asks me again to be sure I'm the one on it. Yes. Does it open for you? It's open for you. And the beauty of this thing is, if you save it with this password and I attach it to an email and I sent it to you without removing that password, I bet you, once you get to your place, you can't open it. It will also ask for the password. And if you want to remove the password, the same way you go to give it a password, my dear, just go back to the same way and do what? Remove your password. Do you see? Remove your password. The same way you have done. Remove your password. And before you know it, if you close and you want to reopen it, it will just give you without your password. That is it. Yes. Do you see it? That is how to protect our document. Now, what I have saved, I want to send it to my friend, but my friend did not have Excel that we use, but I want to pass this particular information to him. That is why we always use saving as PDF file. so that anybody can open with a PDF online without having access to Microsoft Excel. Either on your file button or your office button or your file menu, click on it. If you are using from 2007 downward, you are going to see what we said, publish to PDF. But if you are using save and send, click on your save and send. Then you have create PDF or XPS document. Click on it, then you have create PDF. But if you are using 2007, just click on publish to PDF and it's going to ask you to also create PDF. When you click on it, it's going to give a name, but the failing file is what? PDF. What did I want to use it to save? Then you know what you want to use to save. Excel function in a PDF format. Then you click publish. Once you click on publish, it's going to save it as PDF for you. When the time you go to, do you see, automatically it declares this is it. It is now a PDF. All those grid line, all this ABC that you have seen on your page, do you see is no longer there again? I've told us before, it is a plain sheet. So this is what we have been doing since morning. This is a PDF format and this is our Excel. Because of the PDF, it has break your page according to your paper size, which is page 1 and page 2. That is why on your PDF you have it page 1 and what? Page 2, because your work is longer than one page. Are we getting it? That's very good. Now I have done it. I want to print out, at least for me to have my copy, for me to have what I've been doing since morning. Go back to your office button or your file menu, or you use your Control P to print. Control P will take you to print dialog box. Yes, Control P will take you to print. Let me close, or you go back. I'm not asking you to close. Then you go back here and say print. Do you see it? Now, if you want to print, a printer must have been installed on the computer you are using. Then select your printer name. Which type of printer do you want to use? Then on your printer, you select your paper, which is what your A4 size. Is it in portrait or in landscape? Depend on your printer settings. Then when you select, you see the landscape is going to bring it in form of a page, but the portrait is going to give you in a standing one, which is not wide enough. So it's always advisable we always use our landscape on Excel, except otherwise if you have a shorter column. With this is everything. Once you click on print, if my printer is available, you're going to hear it now printing page 1 and page 2. Fill, and your printer will print out. That is